Nice, dude.
Welcome back, guys, gals, and pals, to the One with the Boys podcast. My name is Tate. As always, I am joined by my co-hosts, Benji and Nick. Say howdy, y'all.
Howdy, y'all.
Hello.
Of course.
Yeehaw.
Also, this episode.
Guten Abend.
That's cool.
So, how are you guys doing?
I'm doing pretty good. Pretty
Yeah?
happy.
What are you drinking, Nick?
I'm drinking
damn.
I'm drinking a Bush Light this time, not just a single Bush. It is a Bush Light. A Bush. So what? Maybe George W. Bush? Because he's white and light. Because he's so pale.
So is his
Spends all
dad.
that time in the White House.
Okay. And going on to Benji. What are you
I
drinking,
just-
man?
I mean, I just fucking woke up, but I got a nice down east in my hand, so I'm happy as a clam.
Take a nap. Was it a nice nap?
See,
Where'd you nap?
I napped on my couch,
Okay.
and we kind of have this love-hate relationship with naps. In the moment, I love them, but for me, if it's unchecked, it goes on for a long. I never do like 20-minute power naps.
Okay.
No.
It's a couple
I
hours,
can't.
like an at least an hour nap.
So what
And-
qualifies as a power nap? Is it under
They
an
don't.
hour?
They don't
I think
exist
under
for
half
me.
an hour.
Under half an
Under
hour?
half an hour? Yeah.
I would agree
It's-
with that.
It's like 20 to 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay.
For me, it's 2 hours without fail.
Every time?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Every time.
So do you guys set an alarm when you nap?
No, I don't.
No.
Okay, I'm settling down for a nap. Or do you just pass out and you wake up 2 hours later and you're like, wow, that's a nap?
Pass
I
out
pass
and wake
out.
up 2 hours later.
So my naps are like, they're pretty much like, I'm gonna lay down right here and I'm gonna nap. And I normally
Yeah.
like it.
It's just the mental
That's pretty
conversation
much
you're having with
that's
yourself.
pretty much
You
what
know
goes through
what?
my head. You know what? It's time for a nap. But sometimes I do set alarms because I don't like napping for 2 hours.
I just feel like if I set an alarm, I'm gonna risk waking myself up like in mid dream, and then suddenly it's just gonna be like a useless nap. I'm gonna be groggy. I'm gonna be irritated.
See, that's how I feel after a 2 hour nap. I feel groggy and irritated. I don't feel refreshed. If it's like an hour nap, maybe.
Maybe you just suck at napping.
You know, maybe I do. Maybe I suck at napping.
That's my secret. I'm always groggy and irritated.
So, Benji, you said in the moment, you love your nap.
Yeah.
So, are you conscious during your nap? And you're like, man, this is a really
No, I'm
fucking
not
good
conscious,
nap.
but at the same time, I'm transported to like a wondrous world. I can escape the mundane affair that is life. And then,
Damn,
I mean,
that
like,
dark.
none of mine is like, none of my naps are like I elect into it. It's always passing out. I'm like, you know what? I could use a nap. So I don't have a chance to set an alarm for it, anyways. But this one's caused by me getting like the first dose of the vaccine, I guess.
Oh,
like,
okay.
I was just like rushing for a bit because I'm like, oh shit,
Post-vaccine nap.
I gotta get there on time because
So do you notice your cellular coverage is better?
When you nap?
No, because of the
No, this is just
microchip in
No,
the
no,
vaccine.
this- I'm pretty sure I just got the microchip in, and the second one's like installing the power supply.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
That's the way
Alright,
that
well.
I take it. I don't feel anything different. I'm twitching my ears or something. I'm looking back and forth. I got nothing.
Naps.
Anyways, how was your guys' weeks?
My
Oh,
week,
that's good.
So my week was pretty stressful actually. So I was super busy at work, just long days, stressful. Just like I didn't have time for lunch. Like they were just busy, go. And when I got home, I think it was like Monday or Tuesday, and I found out that there's a leak in one of my pipes, one of my drain pipes inside of the wall in my house. And I was not happy to find that out. There's like mold coming out from behind the trim, and like you can see the paint kind of bubbling up. Like that wall is screwed regardless. Like, so luckily, I have a home warranty still because I bought my house pretty recently, and it should be covered. I should be able to get a plumber in there, and he can cut open that drywall and fix it, and then hopefully he'll put the drywall back.
He's gonna lay pipe.
He's gonna lay pipe. Yeah. So that's how my week was going. I've been pretty stressful, but
What about you, Benji?
I'm happy now.
Also kind of stressful for a different reason. I went to New York for work, and they sent me down a 70-foot shaft into a chamber in order to drill holes in concrete.
I'll show you a 70-foot shaft.
Oh my god.
I assure you, I will admit that that is definitely not to scale.
But you were making shaft jokes the entire time, right?
No, because it's miserable being down there because it's 40 degrees and we're soaked, and
I just imagine like Benji getting on this like crane lever thing that they just lower him slowly down, and he's just a sad, like depressed face slowly getting dropped down into this shaft.
His bright red like beard radiating off the wall.
I had to wear a mask the whole time.
So how did you light your way?
A headlamp,
Oh, okay.
a well-placed headlamp.
Nice. So,
Wouldn't the rainbow from the pot of gold illuminate everything?
St. Patty is passed. You have to wait a year.
so what'd they have you do down in this shaft?
So I took a giant drill with a 4-inch diameter bit, and I mounted it to a wall, and I drilled the hell out of the wall until a core came out.
Yeah, you did.
So many jokes.
Well, now's the time for me to say that I used to play lacrosse, and imagine all the shit you can get where you have shaft, head, butt, ball.
Nice.
All for a very wonderful night.
Yeah, no, but I mean, like, it wasn't that bad, but it was a lot of lugging shit around, and being wet wasn't that fun, but at least it wasn't toxic fumes down there. Oh, there's also a giant 15-foot intake pipe, and people are like, yeah, we have that closed out, but if for any reason the gates open up, we die. And it's like, oh, that's... Yeah, it's this giant pipe with a little bit of water streaming out of it. It's like, yeah, it'll take you down this massive shaft and you'll get flushed away. Oh, and also we had an electrical cord hanging down, and we're all in 2 feet of water. Luckily, electrically isolated with waders, but at the same time, you're like, huh, that's a little bit weird.
Damn. So you gotta like it. That's a pretty rough situation to be in. Like, not ideal, definitely. But what is it? So I remember talking to you before you left for this trip. Is it as bad as you thought it was going to be?
No.
Okay.
Simply for the fact that the safety plan put forth beforehand was very anal about so much.
Yeah.
And then like a lot of jobs, people kind of, show some sack, and then they'll remove some of the rules that we have to follow in order to make the make the progress a little bit easier, so we can kind of thrust forward with the work.
Okay.
Lube up the progress in a way.
Yeah.
Now you're just leaning into it.
I'm just saying that, like, eventually we just fuck the job in the ass.
Yeah. Absolutely. Well, I'm glad you're safe, and I'm glad it wasn't that bad.
Speaking of fucking things in the ass, what'd you guys do for Easter?
I actually
Just
had a pretty...
The Easter Bunny can't sit down no more.
So every year, you guys are gonna make fun of me for this. Every year, my parents, ever since we've been
That
little,
was our.
my parents put together an Easter egg hunt, right? So as we got older,
Oh, that's cool.
they started to put money in the little plastic eggs. So obviously, that makes the Easter egg hunt that much more fun. And
Is it like they put them out all over the yard, or is it like riddles to like each one?
they put
And,
them
like,
out
it's
all
like
over
a-
the yard. And so
Okay.
this year, since my parents got a new farm, it was a pretty big field, and it was a lot of fun. But next year, my mom said she's gonna do 5 eggs, but they're gonna be really hard to find, which I personally like. I like that idea. The harder they are to find, the more exciting it is. But we have had a 1 year where my sister couldn't find her final egg, and it got lost. It's probably still in the yard somewhere, but every year we do that, and it's a good time. I really enjoy it. It was beautiful weather too. Sunday.
It really was.
What'd you guys do?
What'd you do, Benji?
So I went to visit some family on my mom's side. And it's like, it's just sweet. Get there. And of course, my normal self being like, you know what? Might be a little bit straight shooter today. And then they reveal the mimosa bar, which is just bottles and bottles of Prosecco. And they had peach, orange, cranberry, and pomegranate juice. And peer pressure. 3 glasses later, I'm like, you know what? It's a great holiday. And then we have like we don't have too much of an Easter egg hunt. I mean, when we were kids, we did, but now what happens is everyone gets 1 egg, and once you find an egg, you can search for the golden egg, and the golden egg is the big deal because it has money in it.
Is there only one golden egg?
There's 1 golden egg.
Ah, okay. So there's quite a bit of a competition for that.
Oh yeah, it's a big deal. Things get heated. Like we are
Elbows get thrown.
We are not family for a good like, 20 minutes.
That's the way to do it.
Yeah, my cousin found the egg this year, but I found it a couple times in the past. Then we went to my grandfather's house, and my occupation kicked in because he was having some trouble with water backing up or like leaking in his basement. So
Yeah.
we were able to troubleshoot a little bit and kind of identify the possible cause. But
Wait, so you're kind of like a plumber too?
I mean, like I've dealt with residential sewer systems before.
Okay, nice. Yeah. That's a good skill to have.
Yeah, I used to watch hours upon hours of CCTV footage of sewer inspections.
Oh, that's not.
And I was also there going along the streets where they were videotaping, and they had to clean it. And on my first day doing that task, some lady comes out and she's like, "Are you guys working on the sewer?" "Yeah." "Well, there's poop everywhere in my bathroom." Great, you can talk to the city about that. That ain't my job.
That's fantastic.
How about you, Tate? How was your Easter?
It was pretty good. It's pretty low key. I went over to my parents for dinner. And yeah, no Easter egg hunts because apparently I'm the odd one out on that. But it was nice. I got to see them. Haven't seen them in a little bit. So
I could get you a little Easter egg hunt, Tate, if you'd like.
oh yeah.
Next year, I'll set up a little like out in my yard. I'll put out some eggs and I'll have you over and give you a little Easter basket, little bunny ears to wear too.
I'd wear it. I actually, back in the day when I was in college, I used to work at Target, and like we would always have like the dollar section. There would always be like some seasonal hat, and I would always wear it just because. Fuck it.
That sounds awesome.
Yeah, I mean, it's just comical to see like this, 6'3" big guy like wearing fucking bunny ears, just putting shit back.
That's fantastic.
Yeah. Capped off a very low key week. We were very, very slow at work, so I took off some days and yeah, had a nice relaxing time. Yeah, man.
Yeah, seriously, it's like the polar opposite of what me and Benji had.
Pretty much.
At least one of us had a good week.
Yeah. But it got me to look over the news and some of my favorite headlines. Warzone released a new sniper reticle that literally breaks the game, of course. Add that to the list of ongoing shit. More hype for the 3080 Ti, so people can get really hyped about not getting it. Apple has said they're going to put more into an AR headset, as if the Google version was so popular. The Dow jumped 400 points.
Apple.
Yeah, but it's Apple, so Dow jumped 400 points. Hell yeah. And then local news, the headline just was Angry Red Bull Man.
Hey.
And it was, yeah, well, yeah. No, not red-haired man, Red Bull Man.
I drink Red Bull.
It was about a local...
You angry?
Yeah, huh? Of course he is. It was about a guy who was very angry about long checkout lines. So he started screaming expletives at everyone and threw $58 worth of Red Bull in the air, allowing to just rain down on everyone in there.
I can see myself doing that after like a really long day.
No.
You know, I'm like going. All I want to do is just go to the store, buy some Red Bull, and go home. There's this huge fucking line. I hate lines. All right.
my first inclination is not to just take the fucking like crate of Red Bull and just like yeet it in the air.
See, the thing is, this doesn't take me for like a Red Bull dude. This takes me for a bang dude, which is exactly why this is right up next alley.
Or a twisted tea.
No, this is like someone who drinks bang would totally like. I can't wait the 4 minutes in order to check out. Yeah, and just like launch the whole supply of bang.
When I drink bang, I feel like I could see other people's words.
I want to drink my cotton candy drink.
Nick, this was definitely not a Twisted Tea incident. There were no fatalities.
Darn. You think that guy had to pay for those Red Bulls still? Like, you think he...
Oh, fuck yeah.
What? He should have just stolen them then. Oh, shit.
But he wouldn't have gotten his point across.
That's true.
It's true.
Now, we all know this man hates long lines.
But another like headline in the news was the Godzilla movie that came out. Did you guys watch it?
Yes.
We did.
Yeah. What'd you guys think? Benji, we'll get to you later. Nick, what'd you think?
Okay. All right. Yeah. We'll leave Benji for the last. I liked it. It was exactly what I expected. I think that the human actors and the human characters, basically anything human related, was a bunch of fucking bullshit. And I didn't like it.
Why?
I think because I want to see monsters kill each other. That's what I'm there for. That's what I want to see. I think Millie Bobby Brown, I think she did a great job acting. She was probably the best actor in that movie. But I think they could have like put more story, like more Godzilla time in the movie. And because it felt like a Kong movie almost. Like there was a lot of King Kong backstory, a lot of like close-ups of his face. Like I wanted to see Godzilla because I think he's badass, but I understand because King Kong has, a little bit of an emotional side, and that's fine. But overall, I really liked it. I think there should have been more monster time. What about your take?
I actually, so for what it was, what I wanted it to be was just a monster fighting movie. I thought it was amazing. And I had actually been talking with Benji about, because there's been speculations that this will be the last Godzilla movie. I really wanted to see fucking Mecha Godzilla. And I had not seen anything on it. So Benji over there, who I'm a little bit peeved at, let me like talk about, I think this would be so cool, all leading up to the fact that it was in the movie.
Benji, did you know that Mechagodzilla was going to be in this movie?
I've known for years.
Okay.
It was literally the toy was leaked like 2 years ago.
Oh damn. Damn.
Or
What?
not probably not 2 years, like a year ago or so. It's been a very long time since
Wow.
it's been leaked.
Okay.
But yeah, I thought they completely abused Godzilla's atomic breath. Like you go from like the first movie, you literally wait until like the last 3/4 of the movie to even like bring it out. And then this one, he's just whipping it around
He really was.
willy nilly.
I mean, there's an explanation
It
for
was
that.
like aim
Wow.
fire, aim
Whoa.
fire.
Well, like what? He in the first movie recently gotten awoken. So what? Suddenly he had, and he was
Well,
still
it's-
probably charged from the second movie.
So it's kind of each film takes a different approach to the filmmaking process. So the first one
Yeah.
is basically Jaws, but with Godzilla. So the whole thing is just edging. The whole movie is just edging, and then the final release at the end is just Godzilla blowing his load. Like that. Like that's really that. That's what Gareth Edwards wanted. And then, I mean, the second one is to explain that he gets supercharged after the nuke and whatnot. And so that's why he doesn't take a long time to charge his breath. But so I like each movie for a different reason. I think the new one, in terms of the action sequences, it's some of the best Godzilla fights in the series.
You're talking about Godzilla versus King Kong.
Godzilla versus Kong. Some of the moments are by far the best monster fighting the series has ever seen.
I like there was a clear winner. You know,
I do
someone
too.
went
Between the two?
2-0. Yeah. Someone went 2-0.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know if we're doing spoilers. But.
So well,
Alright.
I guess
let's talk about
Mega
what we,
Godzilla was in there.
Let's try to avoid it because the other episode we're like, yeah, just tune out.
True.
Try to
Nick-
keep it.
Let's
will edit it.
let's talk about what we can, non-spoilers, and then we'll have a small section of spoilers.
I mean,
I
I
think-
already did a spoiler. I said who the other villain was. So
It's been kind
God
of.
damn it, Tate! You're making
I feel
editing really
but
hard.
it's in the trailers. Dude.
Is it?
so wait, was it?
He's shown in the all right. So trailer 1, literally like the second scene, you can it shows like Mechagodzilla towering over people.
No,
for
it doesn't.
For a couple frames, yeah, it does. And then in the second trailer, he's shown in the reflection of Godzilla's eye.
Yeah, but do people look that closely? Like when you watch,
Yeah,
you don't even
trailer, are you,
have
like,
to.
looking
Benji
into
does.
it? Yeah, apparently.
You don't even have to look that closely. It's
In the
not like a split frame in the background. It zooms in on Godzilla's eye for like 5 seconds.
Yeah, you could definitely see it. I'm literally watching it now. You can
Yeah.
definitely see him.
Okay. All right.
And like news outlets were just posting Mechagodzilla shit all the time the week before release. So I don't feel like that's too big of a, but I'd say overall I enjoyed the movie. I thought the human element was, I mean, the plot's dumb, but then again, I mean, I like Godzilla movies, so I like dumb plots. I mean, like the plot of Godzilla versus Mecha King Ghidorah of the Heisei series is this alien race comes back or not an alien race, it's people come back in time, and they're like, yeah, Godzilla destroys the whole world. And so what they do is they go back in time to stop Godzilla, but these little 3 hoodlum rat alien things get left behind, and they get mutated into King Ghidorah. Like, it's wild.
I
But
need to rewatch all of the actual.
dude, I'll go back if you want to watch like the Heisei series. I'll go back and watch all those movies. in
I
a
don't know.
heartbeat.
Like I want to watch the live action, whatever the King Kong and Godzilla movie was tied off of. I need to watch those movies again and then. Watch
Like
this again.
2014 Skull Island and King of the Monsters.
Yeah, so like
Yeah.
I had nightmares as a kid when I watched the King Kong movie where they fall into that bug pit and like they're just getting like eaten.
Oh, Peter Jackson, the 2005 one.
Yeah. So is that tied to this movie?
Benji.
Or is- Yeah, this guy's like Yeah. So basically, yeah, I had nightmares about that. Freaking like
What, Tate? What? Because I like monster movies?
No, you're like
Don't get me wrong. There's liking the movie, and then there's like quoting the year and the director.
Well,
It's-
the fact of the matter that the original King Kong movie had supposedly had that scene, but the film got lost. So that was just a myth. And then Peter Jackson's like, you know what? I'm gonna make this come to life. And
how
so
do
he
you
did this.
lose film? How do
He
you
did
just lose it?
I don't know.
How many hands are in each project? I can see that.
Yeah, but like, okay, so like someone stole it and like ran off with it.
No, but I mean, like,
I just
I don't
feel
know.
like you got actors, you got directors, you got the crew, like you got all kinds of people working hard for that film, and then all of a sudden it just like disappears. I don't know. Seems sus. Anyway,
anyways,
yeah, I want to rewatch all those movies.
Yeah.
I'll watch them with you, Benji.
I'd rewatch. My biggest gripe with is kind of similar to Nick's. I thought Godzilla got kind of shafted in terms of screen time. Is because leading up, they were kind of going off of is that there was going to be a human story involving Kong and a human story involving Godzilla. The human story involving Kong is very intertwined with Kong. So anytime the humans with Kong are there, Kong is somewhat getting screen time. Whereas
Yeah.
Godzilla kind of just goes off and does his own thing, and the people who are supposedly Team Godzilla are chasing these like myths and conspiracies, and it honestly has nothing to do with Godzilla. Like they're not following Godzilla, they're not tracking him, they're not doing squat, and so Godzilla just shows up for these big title fights, and it just feels like he
So-
doesn't get what
shouldn't hide in a trench in the ocean then.
he doesn't. He comes up and he like starts blowing shit up.
Yeah.
After hiding.
So, I have a good question for you, Benji. Why does Godzilla fight with King Kong? Like, why does he not? Is it just because he's another Titan and he's a threat, or is there another reason besides that?
Well, supposedly, I mean, I'd assume, given the age of Godzilla, he was around when Kong's like species was fighting Godzilla. Because like and I guess kind of spoiler but Kong's axe is a spine, like a dorsal fin of Godzilla, like a
Yeah.
Godzilla.
I mean that was in the trailer, so I don't think.
Yeah,
that's exactly
yeah.
like-
So.
Plus, you can tell
I
just
don't
by
know.
looking at that.
I don't know how
That's it.
close people look, but yeah, I mean, all the trailers are like there's this ancient war between these species, and Kong is fairly young, and Godzilla is really old. So I assume that he lived through the war, and so I guess it's kind of written that they're enemies. And then I don't buy it, but I mean, if Kong exudes this alpha status, then Godzilla's like, oh, I gotta beat the crap out of him because I'm the alpha.
So you don't really know.
I mean,
Like
it's
they
not-
don't address like why.
it's
Come
not
on, Benji.
explicit- It's not explicitly said.
What?
Wow. Come on, man.
I'm not disappointed with you, Benji. I'm disappointed.
I'm disappointed with
I
Benji.
feel like they should have a. Dead
What do they have
set,
to
like-
explain it?
They should explain.
It's
There's
a
a
giant
whole
monster
movie based
movie.
off of them fighting. Like, why are they
They
fighting?
fight because it's the title of the movie.
Exactly. There should
Did
be
I
more
hear it?
reason than just like, hey, let's fucking make these big dudes fight. Like, there should be. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. I want more reason. I want a backstory of Godzilla. You know, why is he pissed off at this monkey? What'd the monkey do?
His
big monkey
people
gonna laser
ripped
big.
the spine. His people ripped the spine off of one of his species.
The monkeys did.
Yeah, that's what the axe is.
It's one of the dorsal fins.
Oh,
The
okay.
key to their throne room and their like supposed limitless power supply is unlocked by using one of the spines of his dead brethren. Yeah, that's not reason.
Okay, no, that's good enough for me. That's good.
Oh, okay. Good.
I thought that was
Divided
just
to
like
pieces,
I thought that was just a scale off of Godzilla, and they were just borrowing, like they were just using his power. And
No,
I mean, that's kind of a reason too to be pissed off. Like, you can't just use my power, bitch. I'm gonna laser beam you. my mouth.
Yeah.
So fair. I'm happy.
Yeah, good.
Yeah, I'm good. Thank you, Benji.
I'm kind of anxious to see because I saw a headline and supposedly this movie like crushed pandemic box office opening records. So I'm kind of anxious to see if Toho remakes a contract or makes a new contract with Legendary so they can continue the MonsterVerse because at the moment they can only use original monsters or King Kong.
King Kong's not an original monster.
I'm
like,
never.
They have the rights to King Kong or making original monsters. They lost all the rights to Toho monsters.
Oh, okay.
I've never been impressed with the King Kong movie, to be honest.
You didn't like Skull Island?
No, not really.
Was he in Planet of the Apes?
That's honestly probably racist.
What?
He was most certainly not in Planet of the Apes.
That wasn't the prequel.
I guess technically yes, because he's a monkey.
What?
And apes are monkeys.
Yeah.
I mean,
Whatever.
that's a slippery slope of thinking, my guy.
But yeah, honestly, after Godzilla, some more things from like the Disney side of things. 2 new trailers, one for the Loki series and one for the Black Widow movie. Did you guys see those?
I
I haven't seen the Loki trailer, and I haven't seen the new Black Widow trailer. I saw the original Black Widow trailer, and it looks intriguing.
So, yeah, I'm excited. So why did Black Widow? Why does Black Widow get a movie, and then all the other characters only get like a 1-season show, like just a one-off?
Why does she get it? Dude, she's been there since what, Iron Man? Hasn't she been there since like the original?
Yeah, but so
I don't think
Loki.
she was in the first Iron Man. Oh yeah, she was. Never mind.
So was Loki.
Forgive me. No, what? No.
He was
Loki was
Avengers,
not.
my guy.
Loki was not in the first Iron Man yet, but he's been part of the series.
Yes, but he's also. I mean,
He's
yeah,
getting a show.
he's getting a show. Black Widow has literally been like the oldest Avenger who just hasn't had a movie.
I mean, Black Widow
That's true.
arguably gets the short end of the stick with this because I mean you only get what 2 hours in a movie, and that's like 2 episodes of these things, like 3
I guess
episodes.
you're right.
It's very interesting who they choose to go like movie versus series. So, yeah. Actually, I hadn't seen the Black Widow trailer, and I need to, and I will after the podcast. But the Loki show actually seems very interesting.
It does. I don't know a whole lot about Loki. I know that obviously he's about tricks and mischief things, but like I'm excited to learn more and see what his like story is.
One thing that I was super happy about, and I really hope they continue it, is this like corporate version of hell. Like each level of hell is like a different like filing office that you have to go through,
Oh my god.
and
There's
and that with like different universes. Sorry, different universes just seems very interesting, and I'm very excited for it.
It does. There's part of the trailer where this guy just like drops a massive stack of papers in front of Loki, and he's like, "This is everything you ever said. Please sign here if you agree." That's hilarious to me. And I also like I'm curious to see like how the hell do they have everything he's ever said? You know, I'm excited to see this show.
It's the Timekeepers. What are you talking about? They were watching him literally the entire time.
I don't know who the timekeepers are. That's why I'm interested.
The Keepers of Time.
Well, yeah, but like, what?
I'm just saying, if
Some
Owen Wilson
corporate
doesn't
office
say
out there.
"wow," If Owen Wilson doesn't say "wow" throughout this entire series, it's dumb. It's
Oh
dumb.
my gosh.
It's stupid.
I hope he does. You know they gotta make him say wow. They gotta.
Wow.
Wow.
That show's concept, it reminds me of there's a cartoon on Netflix. It's called, what is it, Agretsuko, and it's about this. It's everything is like an animal, but they talk and they like act like people and whatnot, and they're in a corporate environment, and the main character just gets like just goes through all these tough times. Like the boss is really hard on her and stuff, and at these moments of her breaking point, the way that she like de-stresses is through death metal karaoke. So you have this little adorable like fox character, and she's like, "Oh, I'm so sorry. I'll do better next time and stuff." And then she'll like go into the bathroom, and she'll be like, "Ripping people's heads off snakes and bloods and shit." It is glorious.
It's like a little animated version of you.
Yeah, it really is.
Nice.
False Benji is not soft spoken.
I'm kind of soft spoken.
In what way?
I mean, like, I'm a totally different person. Not totally different. I'm not as loudmouth like in public as I am, say, on Discord or at a party.
Okay. Okay.
Press X to doubt.
All right, doubt all you want.
So
But, go ahead.
who's the guy in Black Widow? That was in. He's like the dad of the two daughters in the Black Widow trailer. Oh, what's he in? He's in Stranger Things. He's the cop in Stranger Things.
Oh yeah.
Hopper. That's his name in Stranger Things.
Haven't seen that show.
You haven't seen Stranger Things?
No.
Okay.
I haven't finished it.
It's all right. It's good. I'm excited to see that play out. I don't know. But speaking of Marvel, it's Robert Downey Jr.'s 56th birthday. Yesterday.
You mean the ex Iron Man?
No. Iron Man. Robert Downey Jr.
Iron Man.
Sherlock Holmes.
Sherlock Holmes. I will give him that.
You'll give him that, but you won't give him Iron Man?
He left at the height of Marvel.
I'm not gonna get started on this. I'm just not gonna get started on this. There was something I wanted to say in the news portion, Tate, about the 3080. Is there any news about anything? Like, so I know the 2080s are actually getting sold out too. I have a lot of friends that are trying to build computers and they just can't because of how many.
Yeah, me.
Yeah, like all the graphics cards are just sold out everywhere. All of a sudden, everybody wants graphics cards. All the graphics cards, not just the 3000 series.
It's not all of a sudden, but yeah.
I saw it listing for a 1660 for $500, and I threw up a little.
Dude, why?
A 3080, which is like $700 MSRP, we're selling for nearly $3,000. It's insane. But what were you asking, Nick?
I was gonna ask, is there any news of those like coming into stock more often? Is there still just like this really obviously there's a high demand for them, but
yes. So
is there any good
according
news?
to Steam, the 3070 numbers, because Steam takes a survey every month about the hardware that people use.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've ever taken or partaken in that. But yeah, the number of 3070s are actually consistently on the rise. So there is a light, a very faint, dim light at the end of this
That's good.
horrible tunnel.
So basically people that are buying them are using them.
Sort of. Not really. We'll say yes. I mean, most people are going to use them for the crypto mining or scalping. So
I hate that. What is this world coming to?
it's the silicon shortage, my dude.
Yeah.
Well, it's a semiconductor shortage, but yeah. Yeah.
But then you said Apple VR headset?
Yeah.
It's AR. Excuse me.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
Apple
Sorry.
AR, what?
Yeah. Alternative
Augmented
reality. Yeah.
Oh, okay, so what's the difference between alternative reality and virtual reality?
So like Pokemon Go is augmented, where it'll have an image of real life, and then it applies another image on top of that. Whereas virtual reality is a total virtual landscape.
So you could argue that it's a bit of reality and virtual reality.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like Google Glass was
Yeah.
augmented. It's like having your email pop up when you can actually see the real world. Is
That's pretty cool. Why is Apple coming out with that? I don't want to. They don't have to
because
do that.
Apple is like, hey, Google Glass failed at it, but guess what? All of our customers are fucking saps, and they'll pay top dollar for this already established technology that failed. But guess what? It won't fail because we slap a fruit on it.
Why? So are they glasses?
There hasn't been an official like release yet, but I mean, really, an augmented reality thing would more than likely, or almost have to be a headset or glasses of some sort. I'm assuming they would use it would be very much like glasses instead of like the Google Glass, which was this obscenely like thick glass pane in the right corner of your eye, and it looks completely stupid.
I have not seen those, but that sounds amazing.
You mean they can't just make it in contacts yet?
Yeah, seriously.
Scoff.
2021.
I'm just saying, I love going back to like the lessons from our youth, from our parents. It's like don't get too close to a screen now. That's bad for your eyes. We went from like phones to like VR headsets to like talking about contacts.
Literally as
Like,
close as you
yeah.
can get to your eyeball with without damaging your eyesight physically.
Yeah, people don't care.
Yeah, they don't. But I've got some
Yeah.
some daily fun stuff, Tate.
Oh,
You want to talk about it?
lay it on me.
All right, so joke of the day. What kind of shoes do private investigators wear? Sneakers. No one else is laughing. That's fucking hilarious. Fuck you guys.
I was really hoping Benji would keep it up too.
I've got a random fact of the day.
Yeah.
Strong.
A woman who lost her wedding ring found it 16 years later on a carrot in her garden, wrapped around that carrot. Like the carrot
I think
was
I
like,
heard about that.
I'm gonna take this. It's pretty cool.
She must have liked that carrot a lot.
Well, what are you doing with your wedding ring out in the yard? You just gonna lose it?
You never
like that?
take it off, dude.
Yeah.
If you take it off,
Right.
you don't love that person.
Seriously.
Yeah, if you take it off, you're cheating.
Seriously. She probably went out on the balcony and like took it off and just like threw it, and then she went gardening like 7 months later and was like, wow.
She was probably gardening with it, and then
No.
Do you think she like misunderstood something where she's like, I've had it with this stupid farming lifestyle, and she goes and like chucks the ring, and then the husband comes home and she's like, I just won the lottery. We got $50 million.
Yeah.
She's like, crap, where'd that ring go?
Oh shit!
I lost my ring.
I was doing a lot of gardening and farming things. I lost it.
I don't know where it went, hubby. And then the thought of the day:
Malicious. Yeah.
never waste a minute thinking of anyone you don't like.
Oh.
That's from Eisenhower.
Sorry, when you said thought of the
That's a
day, I
little.
thought
All
you
right,
meant
that's a
you.
little hypocritical.
Why?
Considering he was involved in the planning of D-Day, the largest invasion of all time. I think he
mean-
spent a little bit more than a minute thinking about someone he hated.
Maybe it was more about the people he wanted to fight for than the people he hated.
I mean, somewhere in there has to be more than a minute thinking.
But I mean, he's got a point. Like, I should stop thinking about Tate so much.
I don't know why you would. I love living rent free in your mind, my dude.
Who says it's rent free?
It's very spacious.
I have a bill and it's coming in the mail soon, so you better watch out.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You know what would make it all better?
What?
Ocean spray.
Some ocean spray.
Ocean. But yeah, no,
that.
anything. As long as I end my day with a nice glass of ocean spray, it's a great day.
When we
Did
had
you
that
use it with
mimosa,
alcohol?
no, when we had that mimosa bar for Easter,
Yeah.
I asked my sister, I was like, "Is that cranberry juice ocean spray?" He's like, "Yes, I
Was
watched
it?
them pour it."
Okay.
She's like, "Yeah, I watched them pour it." And it's like, "All right, good, because then I can partake."
Give me 5 then.
You didn't walk
I'll take a whole
straight
supply.
out. If it wasn't ocean spray, if it was some crappy name brand that doesn't sponsor us, or hopefully will sponsor us,
Yeah.
ocean spray call us. Then you should have walked straight out.
So when you go to a bar, you know, and they've got those like remote control like fountain drink things. You know what I'm talking about? The little like
Yeah.
hose, and they push a button, like it's got different buttons for like OJ, water, all this different stuff. Does one of those buttons say ocean spray on them? Or
It
is
better.
just- right? That's what I'm saying. Like,
I'm not staying if it doesn't.
can you? That's and I'm getting with something with this. Can you buy ocean spray by the keg? Because I need it in my house. Can you refrigerate those kegs?
Yeah,
I
kegerator.
mean, yeah.
God damn, that'd be nice. I might just get a bar and have that. That's the only keg in the bar is ocean spray.
What flavor though?
Just either cranberry or what was the winner?
Cran Raz.
Cran grape. No,
Cran
yeah.
Raz.
Yeah, cran raz. Cran raz. Actually, why stop there? Just get all the flavors in the bar. Just have an ocean spray bar. I get the logo behind it, have it like backlit like a neon light.
That'd be legit.
Yeah, it would. Ocean
I would-
spray,
I would-
you're missing out. I'd have a sweet bar. I could open up my own place somewhere downtown Columbus. Ocean spray bar. Boom.
I would kick my my sugar gliders out of their room, and then just make it for an ocean spray vending machine. Sorry, priorities.
Where would you? Seriously though, I mean you're right. Ocean spray
Yeah,
bar.
fuck sugar gliders.
Let's make this happen, okay? Ocean spray
All right, Nick.
bar.
Yeah.
I'm serious. All right.
Okay.
You get an ocean spray bar, and then you can have liquor too, obviously, to add with the ocean spray. It
Are you
doesn't
gonna call it the cranberry?
Yes.
No.
100%.
No. That's not even clever.
What do you mean?
The cranberry.
It doesn't even like flow well. What do you
Wait,
mean? What do
it's
you mean?
changing one letter. Cranberry.
Cranberry.
Hey, you don't know. You just don't have taste.
When you're here, you're home.
I do have taste for oceans.
I.
I've got a fever.
Oh,
Oh my god.
And the only cure is more ocean spray.
So before I tell everyone where we can find them, I'd like to bring up one thing that we didn't talk about
wait, where
in news.
Where you can find them?
Yeah, where we can find
Whoa.
us.
Wait.
Excuse me.
Know where we can find people? Why do we only
Yeah.
have like 8 listeners then?
Who are all female, apparently. So
Basically, before I was so rudely interrupted, this is our first episode actually done in front of people.
live.
A live studio audience, except without the studio. And
No.
a captive audience.
Don't tell them that. We have a studio. We're all sitting together.
Maybe one day.
Yeah, so over the week I did look at our Spotify stats. It was very interesting. Apparently, all of you are female. We don't, including ourselves.
Wait, doesn't Brian say that he listens?
Yes, 100%.
I've listened.
So, like, I don't know if when you first started on Spotify, like, you're like, oh, I'm a female, obviously. Like, I don't know how Spotify gets their stats or how it works, but I found that very interesting. And we actually have listeners, a couple listeners in Canada and apparently Alaska, too. It's kind of cool.
Real.
So thank you, guys. That's exciting. Exciting stuff.
But if you liked our ramblings, you can find us on our Twitter at One With The Boys, or at One With The Boys, or ONE with the boys 1. You can also email us at owtbpodcast@gmail.com, and still hit up our new YouTube at One With The Boys, all one word.
Is it really new at this point?
Woo!
3 weeks in.
And we're out.
Peace out!
Peace out.
Out.
Meow.